So all you.
Thank you.
4 minutes.
Linda Gray, running for state representative. 2010 was my last election, or so I thought. At that point, Larry and I were ready to move up to Prescott. We already had home up here, but I also wanted to preserve the Republican seat in District 10, where I lived. The former Phoenix mayor's son got into the race. I was in a clean election, spent $34,000. He spent $164,000. And at the end of the race, he said, "I didn't know you worked so hard." Well, I do. It's important to do constituent services. It's important to read every bill that comes before your committee, to listen to the testimony. It's important the night before you have your committee hearings, you get your amendments. I go through and I mark my bill with those amendments because the devil's in the detail. One little word change from may to shall or vice versa makes all the difference in a bill. I do read the bills. But it's important. I was asked to run up here, and Senator Pierce, Representative Pham, Andy Tobin met with me and asked would I consider running. And then when I obtained the local support from other elected leaders, it was, okay, I will serve, but I don't have any intention of serving another 16 years. And Mr. Campbell, I really appreciate your vote of confidence that I could do that, but I really don't want to do that. I will serve, go back down and serve you as constituents in the legislature. One of the areas I think Arizona needs to be given the 42% federal land that the federal government should have given to us as they did everything east of the Mississippi. We can better manage our forests so that we don't have the fires that are occurring. It's one of the other areas. Now, my opponent has said in a number of other forums that our founding fathers said we should have term limits. Well, let me give you a quote from one founding father. It's Noah Webster. He said, "And if by chance a man is found to fill the office with talents and integrity, is it right to tie the hands of the people that they will not elect such a person?" It's up to you. I offer my services to you. If you like what I've said, I'm fine with that. I will serve you for those 2 years. And I ask for your vote, and thank you for coming and listening tonight. Thank you.
Well, I want to address that, Linda. You could have run in your district again. You could have gone from the Senate back to the House. That's a loophole in the law. The term limit law was written by the legislature, but there are loopholes in it. You serve 8 years in the House, 8 years in the Senate, you can double back to the House again. You chose not to do that. You chose to come up here to this district because you probably think there's nobody up here and we're a bunch of yokels, and that's just how it's going to be. But I don't believe you. I think you're addicted to power. I really do. For you to say, I'm only coming up here because people ask me, you served 16 years, you got used to people catering to you and doing the things that you wanted done, and it's hard to give that up. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I really believe that. I'm not planning on serving 16 years in the legislature and then moving to another district to run again for 1 term, 2 terms, God only knows how many terms. She can go for another 16 years, and she's mighty healthy looking, and she probably will do it. So, that's the answer to that. That's how I believe it. Now I just want to talk about why I'm running in this race. First of all, I'm from Arizona. I've served my country, I've served my state, and I've served my community. Not in political office. I served my country as a Navy pilot in Vietnam. I was proud to do that. I was a volunteer. Nobody made me do that. I volunteered for that squadron to serve in Vietnam. I served my state by being a firefighter. I flew right out of this tanker base 1 season, fighting fires right here in the Prescott area and Springerville area. So I have served my state. And I have served my community by volunteering at the Peridot Community Center, working with World War II veterans. So I have a record of service. What I don't have is a record of political service. And now I'm trying to serve this community. I'll tell you honestly, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not. I mean, I'm a little rough around the edges sometimes. I really get torqued off. and I try to talk the truth, and when people talk the truth to me, I try to listen to it. So I support term limits. I believe in it. I think the founding fathers were right. They wanted their politicians to go to Washington or the state, serve a term or two, and go back to their business or their farms. Do you know that prior to 1920, the Congress of the United States turned over by 50% every 2 years? And look what we have today. We have these entrenched politicians that do not listen to us, do not respond to us, and will not do what we want done. And I will not be that kind of representative for you. I am not going to make a career out of politics, and if I serve 1 term, that's fine. If I serve 2 terms, that's fine. I will not make a term limit because I'm so old I probably won't make it. But, you know, you can believe one thing, I'll do you a good job. So let's talk about the fact that we're clean election candidates here. I ran 4 years ago against a formidable candidate, Karen Fann, and I stand in awe of you, Karen. You're a great legislator. I support you. And, you know, you learn a lot about yourself when you run for office and you lose. Do you want to do this again? Do you want to pick yourself up again? It's really a difficult process. I'm no different than any one of you out there. I'm a citizen, and I'm proud of that. And if the voters choose me, I'll do a great job for you. But if they don't choose me, that's fine. I have fulfilled my civic duty by giving you a choice. If I was not in this race, you wouldn't really have much of a choice, I don't think. So take a look at me, read my bio, my website. You get a better chance of knowing who I am. Anybody that knows me, and there are quite a few people here that know me, can come up and talk to me. I don't hide from anybody. I don't do that. I'm not that kind of person. I offer you the only thing I can offer you, and that's my integrity. My integrity. I will not do anything that harms the economy of this state. I will do everything to promote the economic growth of this state. I'll do everything in my power to promote various forms of education. I am pro-education, okay? I'm not in the back pocket of the teachers union, and I'm not in the back pocket of anybody. I don't take money from anybody. I'm proud of that. Every time I've run, I've not taken money from anybody. So all I can do is offer myself as a candidate. I'm Noel Campbell. I'm running for state representative. I'll do the very best job I can do for you. Thank you.